Hi, I'm Victoria Ballou, and thank you for trusting your intuition and coming here in this moment to hear the message your subconscious has for you. We have 3 stacks of cards. You need to choose one and go with your first intuitive impulse. Will you choose stack number 1 underneath Vesta, my warrior priestess, or underneath stack number 2 with this incredible fossilized shell, or perhaps it's under the quartz obelisk? Choose which stack resonates for you in this moment. And while you're choosing, let me invite you to subscribe to my online magazine, Astrologic, where you every month will find new articles about tarot, astrology, dream interpretation, plus many more metaphysical subjects. If you enjoy my YouTube channel here, then you will love Astrologic, because it's not just me writing articles. It is a constellation of the brightest minds in astrology and tarot and dream interpretation. So try it out and see what you think. And please let me know in the comments what you think. Okay, did that give you enough time to choose a stack of cards? Let's begin with the first stack underneath Vesta, my warrior priestess, and see what your subconscious, what your intuition wants you to know in this moment. All right, so if Liam will move over, we can take a look at the first card, which is the Tower. What a way to begin, right? This means that something in your life, maybe everything in your life, is having a feeling of upheaval. Something has radically changed. Something is radically changing in your life at the moment. Here is what you need to understand when you have the Tower card. Do not struggle. It's like quicksand. It only makes the struggle worse. You must allow this change to happen, whatever is happening, whether it's something you want or something you really don't want. It's happening. And so just know that. Allow everything to crumble to the ground, metaphorically, perhaps literally, so that you can be rebuilding once the tumbling is complete. That's the only choice you have here, because if you struggle, it's only going to make it worse. So that's where you are right now. I hope you're dealing with it. And if you are, then congratulations. But we have a second card here that we're going to take a look at, which is your challenge energy. So we're going to see if this clarifies some of what this Tower energy is talking about. Okay, well, so you have the 7 of Discs here in the Thoth deck. It's known as failure, and I'm sorry that this is clearly, whatever this change is that's happening in your life, it's making a sense of failure come over you. It's such a, and you know, so many nasty accompanying feelings come along with this. Anger and depression and all of this. This is your challenge, though, right? To deal with this. This is telling us that whatever this Tower energy, this upheaval is, this was not probably something that you wanted, and now you're struggling to deal with it. So we're going to put this challenge card here next to the Tower and take a look at your course of action called for, which is the 3rd card. This is going to help you understand how to move through this energy right now. So let's see what it is. Okay, I'm not surprised to see this. It's the 2 of Discs. It's called change. Now, discs always reference our physical world. It can be talking about our physical body. It could be talking about our environment around us, finances, property, all of these physical elements. This is what this card is saying, is that you are going to have to adapt and adjust to the change that is happening in your life. And there is really no other way to go around this. And so we now have a pretty clear picture of what is happening, and that is that you're feeling, you're really not dealing with the change very easily. And it's so tough when things happen that feel out of your control. I understand that. but there has to be a way for you to manage this, to find the balance again, to at least begin putting a balance back into your life. And that is what the tarot is telling you to do. That is what your subconscious energy is telling you to do. It's saying you really do have to work from that standpoint now. And so I want you to really pay attention to this message, because while things seem out of control, you do have the ability to pull it back into a system that is working for you. And that is exactly what you need to do right now, even if it's just one step, even if it's just one small step at a time. This is going to take you down the path of gradual advancement, gradual success in this way. And so I really hope that you pay attention to the message today and follow its advice, and good luck with all of this. It will move forward if you give some effort to it. Okay, let's take a look at your second stack of cards here and see what's going on. Your first card is your overview energy from a broad standpoint. Let's see what's going on. Okay, here's the Emperor. You know, this is a very dynamic card. It can absolutely represent you, whether you're male or female. It could also represent someone else in your life. This is for you to decide. But this is energy, or maybe it's just pervasive energy, right? But this is leadership. This is decision-making energy. This is something that is in power, that is very dynamic, and it has an impact in your life. So here's the Emperor. And this could be in a very good way, but it's certainly energy that's being felt by you right now. So there we have your overview. Let's take a look at your challenge energy to determine how this Emperor energy is playing into your life right now. Okay, so 10 of Swords, it's called Ruin here in the Thoth deck. This is saying this Emperor energy is probably not something that is feeling good in your life. In fact, it's causing some big upheaval and taking you on a path that feels ruinous, that feels wrong for you. This is your challenge energy. And if you look at the colors, certainly resonating with the Emperor. If you see the oranges and the reds, lots of fire, right? That's what's happening here. Of course, swords represent intellect and thinking, and this is saying that from a challenge standpoint, this is something you're thinking about a lot. This may not be terribly emotional to you. It's very much on your mind, though. But we do have your course of action called for card, which is going to give you direction on how you need to deal with this energy in this moment. And you have the Princess of Discs. So this is some really good news here, because the Princess of Discs is all about a new identity and giving birth to something new in the world. And this is awesome because, if you look, the Princess of Discs is actually pregnant. So this could represent you or someone in your life as far as the course of action called for, in a very literal sense, because discs, of course, represent our physical bodies. They represent our physical environment. And so, looking at all three of these cards together, the Emperor, the Ten of Swords, and the Princess of Discs, what this could be talking about is it could absolutely represent a relationship here, and that's what I first see happening, a relationship that is perhaps not going the way that you would want it to go, but that does have the opportunity for you to have a fresh start. And if that is exactly what is playing out for you, then yes, absolutely move through the pain of what has been created and is being created in your life, and recognize that you have a new start, a new opportunity that is waiting for you. If this is not relationship related, this could absolutely be representative of something else in your life that is business. And if that is the situation, then again, the same principle, the same philosophy applies here. And that is, it's time for you to shift this Ten of Swords energy, this feeling of collapse, of failure, into something that's positive. And the way you do that is to redirect your energy into a positive direction, understanding that you need to go down a different course and have a new idea. Do you have a new idea? If not, then this is the time that needs to be generated. And you can do that, by the way. And so I want to encourage you to move in the direction of dealing with this Emperor energy. Even if it's you who has made a bad choice, even if it's someone else who is making choices for you that do not feel right, whatever it is, you can redirect this energy. And the Princess of Discs is absolutely telling you that you can do that. And I hope that you do. Start down the path, one step at a time, and make some progress with this. And you will see that you can change the entire energetic dynamic of this situation. Okay, let's take a look at your third stack of cards and see what's going on with your overview energy. Of course, this is your situation from a broad standpoint right now. Let's take a look. You have the Adjustment card. So in other decks like the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, this is known as Justice. It just means a balance, a leveling out, finding that place where you feel like everything is in balance. And it can also mean adjusting to a new situation. So whatever this is for you, I want you to, hopefully this is good, right? Sometimes adjustment is something that we want in our lives and we welcome. Sometimes it's unbidden, though, and we just are having to deal with it because it is present and we have no other choice. Either way, here it is for you. And we're going to take a look at your challenge energy to see, well, it's going to clarify a lot for us, but to see what's challenging you here. Okay, you have the Knight of Swords. This represents motion. This, you know, here's the knight. He has his horse on its two back legs, right? Because it is in so much motion. And then look at all the fire around him, right? So this is very much saying that you're being challenged by an adjustment in your life that is something changing. It could be a physical relocation. Quite frequently, well, the Knight of Wands absolutely represents physical change of address, change of business. And this is something you're having to deal with that is not happening easily for you. And it could be something that is completely out of your control at this moment. But we're going to take a look at the third card, your course of action called for, to see how you can work with this energy to make it into something positive. Okay, interesting. Three of Cups, abundance. So this being your course of action called for here, this is saying it's important for you to recognize the abundance in your life. And I think the three plays into what's going on in the situation. Whether it's three people, right? The number three is very significant here. And three definitely does not create a balance with that overview card of adjustment. So it takes some real adjustment to work with this number three. And what this is saying is that indeed you need to embrace the abundance that is in your life and recognize that it is something that can bring you joy. And you may not even see that right now, but it's there. This Knight of Wands is saying that something definitely is shifting and that it's up to you to recognize the abundance, the potential for abundance in your life. Yeah, this is some sort of relationship dynamic that you're being called upon to address. And you can find the balance, right? You must. There's always a way to find the balance. And so that's what the tarot, that's what your subconscious, your intuition is telling you right now. That's why you chose this stack of cards, is to recognize the abundance that is there and the ability to balance this out, to find this place where everything feels aligned again. I know you can do this. It's a step-by-step process. Don't expect it to be instant, but it can happen, and it will happen if you put the energy and effort toward it. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please leave any questions or comments for me below. And as always, I'm here to serve you with whatever questions you have. And I look forward to reading the tarot for you again soon. Thank you for joining me.